Hi, it's Jane Ty here of janety.co.uk, and this is the second video in my series. I was asked to do some kind of personal videos about some of the habits that I've developed in various areas of my life that help me, and so I'm making a series of 4 videos in the different areas of life: the mental, the emotional, the spiritual and the physical. So today's video, I wanted to talk about some of the physical habits that I have that keep me feeling on top. And I've divided these into 3 categories. So the first category is exercise. So I wanted to share with you that I run. I do barefoot style running, which isn't always completely in bare feet. I do have some very thin-soled shoes, running shoes that I wear, but when I can, I do go barefoot. And I run 3 or 4 times a week, between 4 to 6 miles, maybe up to 8 or 10 if I'm training for a race, then obviously more. But the other thing that I do every day, whether I'm running or not, is I stretch. And I think this is incredibly important. Just 10-15 minutes of stretching. My stretching is based on some yoga stretches and salutations to the sun in particular, and that just keeps you flexible and supple. And it also means that on the days when you're not actually doing your core physical exercise, that you are in some way waking your body up every day and saying, I'm an active person. And so I find that really, really helpful. The second area, diet. So let's talk a little bit about diet. Obviously, I believe in a really healthy diet, but I also believe in an 80-20 principle. So if you're good 80% of the time, then 20% of the time your body is going to be able to cope with that. So for me, it's not about being rigid. I generally don't eat dairy. We cut that out of our diet many years ago because of my elder son's intolerances. Obviously try and keep processed foods to a minimum, plenty of raw fruit and vegetables. And I'm not a fan of juicing, but I do like to make after I run, particularly a very healthy smoothie with almond milk, almond paste, almond butter, spinach, banana, and I put baobab powder in. I put baobab powder in a lot of things. It's full of all sorts of vitamins and minerals, and it's really good kind of thickener for soups and stews. So there's a few little bits there on diet. There's far too much to put in one tip, like what's my top tip for diet? I really can't tell you. I think my top tip would be the 80-20 principle. And then the last one, I thought I'd talk a little bit about skincare. I have quite a good skincare regime. I remember when I was probably a teenager, I heard somewhere that if you don't remove all your makeup every evening, then you age by 17 days. So I think at that time I made a decision to really look after my skin. I use completely organic products. I won't put anything on my skin that has parabens or other nasty chemicals in it. I make a lot of my own facial moisturizers and body lotions using aromatherapy products mainly. My top thing that I use, I would say, is a rose facial oil, which I blend myself and use every night, and that's just fantastic, and I think that keeps my skin really youthful. So there you are, my 3 top tips on the physical side today. And I'll be continuing with the spiritual and the emotional in the next 2 videos. And in the meantime, stay connected.